everyone, myself Hena Shah, Assistant Professor at LG Institutes of Engineering and Technology. So today we are going to discuss few more topics of Laplace transform. So let us begin with the first topic, that is first shifting theorem. So let us state the statement, that is if Laplace of f of t is equals to f of s, then Laplace of e raised to at f of t will be equals to f of s minus a, right? So in this, what we have to do, firstly you have to remove e and replace in the Laplace of f of t, which is f of s. In this you have to replace s by s minus a. Okay, so let us start with the proof. So we will prove this using the definition, that is Laplace of f of t, that is equals to what? Integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. Fine. So in place of f of t, now what we have to write? E raised to at into f of t, right? Now simplify this. So on simplifying, you will have integration 0 to infinity. You will simplify this, only take out minus common, so you will have e raised to minus s minus a times t f of t dt. Now we know that Laplace of f of t is f of s. That is, whenever we have f of t, we will write f of s. Here we have e raised to minus s minus a times t f of t dt. So here if we have s, we are writing f of s, right? So if we have s minus a, what we will write? Capital F of s minus a. In short, after finding the Laplace of f of t, right, what you have to replace? S by s minus a, and this is our first shifting theorem. Okay, so now let us start with the examples. So the first example is, we have to find Laplace transform of e raised to 2t sine squared 3t, right? So we have to apply first shifting theorem. Whenever you see this e, always we have to apply first shifting theorem. So let us firstly ignore this e and find the Laplace of sine squared 3t, right? So Laplace of sine squared 3t. Now we cannot find this directly. So firstly we will apply the formula of sine square. That is, we can write it as 1 minus cos 60 upon 2. Right? Now apply the linearity property. So 1 upon 2 can be written outside, and this will become as Laplace of 1 minus Laplace of cos 6t. Fine. Now we know the formulas of Laplace of 1 and Laplace of cos. So final answer of Laplace of sine squared 3t will be equals to what? 1 upon 2. Put the value of this Laplace of 1, that will be 1 upon s, minus Laplace of cos 60. Now this will be equals to s upon s square plus 36. You have to remember all the 8 formulas, right? So this is our Laplace of sine square 3t. Now write e raised to 2t. So Laplace of e raised to 2t sine square 3t. So now what you have to do, whenever e is there, you have to replace s by s minus a. Fine. Now here the value of a is 2. So you have to replace s by s minus 2. So in this answer, just only replace s by s minus 2. So you will get your answer as 1 upon 2 times 1 upon s minus 2 minus s minus 2 upon s minus 2 whole square plus 36, right? So this is our final answer. Let us move on to our next example. So here we have to find the Laplace transform of t plus 1 whole square into e raised to t. Again there is e, so we will apply first shifting theorem. So in order to apply first shifting theorem, firstly we will find Laplace of t plus 1 whole square, ignoring this e, right? So let us firstly open the bracket using the formula of a plus b whole square, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So here what we will have? T square plus 2t plus 1, right? Now we will open the bracket using the linearity property. So what we will have? Laplace of t square plus 2 times Laplace of t plus Laplace of 1. Now just use the formula of Laplace of t raised to n, right? and that is what? N factorial upon s raised to n plus 1 whenever n belongs to n. So apply that formula, so the answer will be 2 factorial upon s cube. Here the value of n is 1, right? So it will be 2 times 1 factorial upon s square plus 1 upon s. Simplify this, so finally answer will be 2 upon s cube plus 2 upon s square plus 1 upon s. Now bring this e raised to t. So Laplace of e raised to t into t plus 1 whole square, and we have to apply our first shifting theorem. So in this the value of a is what? 1. So we have to replace s by s minus a. Put the value of a as 1. So you have to replace s by what? S minus 1. Just in this, put s as s minus 1. So your final answer will be 2 upon s minus 1 whole cube plus 2 upon s minus 1 whole square plus 1 upon s minus 1. So this is our final answer, right? Let's go to our next example. So here we have to find the Laplace transform of this f of t, right? So firstly, again ignoring this e, we will find Laplace of 2 cos 5t minus 3 sin 5t. Apply the linearity property, so we can write it as 2 times Laplace of cos 5t minus 3 times Laplace of sin 5t. Now we know the formulas of Laplace of cos and sin. So let us use that formulas. So it will be 2 times s upon s square plus 25 minus 3 into, here the formula is a upon s square plus a square, and our a is 5. So we will have 5 upon s square plus 25, right? So on simplifying this, what we will have? 2s minus 15 upon s square plus 25. Fine. Now bring this e. So e raised to minus 3t times 2 times cos 5t minus 3 times sin 5t. Right? So again on applying first shifting theorem, s by s minus a. So here we have a as what? Minus 3. So you have to replace s by what? S plus 3. Right? So in this final answer, just replace s by what? S plus 3. So you will have 2 times s plus 3 minus 15 upon s plus 3 whole square plus 25. Right? You can also simplify this and find the final answer, right? Or keep it as it is. Okay. So now let's move on to the next topic, that is differentiation of Laplace transform. So let us write the statement. So if Laplace of f of t is f of s, now we are multiplying by t raised to n. In the previous topic, multiplication was by e. So it is known as first shifting theorem. Now we have multiplication by t raised to n into f of t, right? So the formula is minus 1 raised to n, d raised to n, ds raised to n, f of s. So whatever is the value of n, we have to differentiate f of s that many times, right? So now let us write the proof of this. Again, we will apply the definition only, that is Laplace of f of t is equals to f of s is equals to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. Now firstly, let us differentiate this with respect to s. You can see we have to differentiate. So let us differentiate this with respect to s, both the sides. So what will happen here? D by ds of f of s is equals to d by ds of integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. So now what we will do is we will take this inside, right? But here we have two variables. So this derivative will become partial derivative of del by del s of e raised to minus st f of t dt. Now just we have to differentiate this with respect to s. So now what will happen? This will be, differentiation will be minus t times e raised to minus st f of t dt. Fine. So now what we will do is we will take out this minus sign outside and integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st. Now bring this t and f of t together, right? So it will be t f of t dt. Fine. So now we can write this integral as Laplace of t f of t, right? Take this minus sign on this side, so it will be equals to minus d by ds of f of s. So whenever the value of n is 1, Laplace of t f of t will be equals to minus d by ds of f of s. That is, you have to do the differentiation one time. Fine. So now next, similarly, we can write Laplace of t square f of t. That will be equals to minus 1 square d square upon ds square f of s. So in general, we can write it as Laplace of t raised to n f of t. That will be equals to minus 1 raised to n d raised to n ds raised to n f of s, right? So whatever is the value of n, that many times you have to differentiate f of s, right? So now let us move on to the examples. So here we have to find Laplace transform of t sin h at. Again, whatever is in multiplication, you have to ignore that and find the Laplace transform of the remaining function. So we have to find Laplace transform of sin h at. We know the formula, it will be a upon s square minus a square, right? Now we have to apply this t. So Laplace of, and name this as f of s firstly, t sin h at. Now the formula was Laplace of t raised to n f of t. That is what? Minus 1 raised to n d raised to n ds raised to n f of s. So here we have n as 1, right? So put 1 in this, so you will have minus d by ds of f of s. The meaning of this, that is, you have to differentiate this with respect to s only one time. So let us put the value of f of s first, that is a upon s square minus a square. Now this a is constant, so take it outside. So minus a times d by ds of 1 upon s square minus a square. Now we know that the derivative of 1 upon x will be minus 1 upon x square. So let us apply that formula. So minus a times minus 1 upon s square minus a square whole square, and now apply chain rule. So the derivative of s square will be what? 2s. Simplify this, so the final answer will be what? 2as upon s square minus a square whole square. Okay, so now let us go to the next example. That is, we have to find the Laplace transform of t sin square 3t. Again, ignore this t. Fine, and find the Laplace of sin square 3t. Now in this, what we will write it as 1 minus cos 60 upon 2. We cannot find the Laplace of this function directly. So we have converted into 1 minus cos 60 upon 2. Apply the linearity property and find the Laplace of 1 and cos 60. So the Laplace of 1 is 1 upon s, and the Laplace of cos 60 is s upon s square plus 36, right? Now we have to apply this t. So Laplace of t sin square 3t. The formula will be now, again we have to differentiate one times. So minus 1 d by ds of f of s. This is our f of s, and we have to differentiate it one time. Firstly, keep that minus outside. Obviously, this is constant, so keep it outside. Now just differentiate this function one time with respect to s. So derivative, again we know that derivative of 1 upon x is what? Minus 1 upon x square. So the derivative will be what? Minus 1 upon s square. Fine. Now here in both we have s. So we have to apply division rule for derivatives. So that is what? S square plus 36 whole square will come. Fine. Now keep this s square plus 36 constant. Derivative of s will be 1. Now keep this as it is and do the derivative of the denominator, and it will be 2s. Fine. So firstly we will take this minus outside, so 1 upon 2 will come, 1 upon s square will remain as it is, your plus sign will come. Now just simplify this. So this 36 will remain as it is. Now s square minus 2s square. it will be minus s square upon s square plus 36 whole square, right? So this is our final answer of Laplace of t sine square 3t. Fine. So now let us move on to our next example. That is, we have to find the Laplace transform of t e raised to 4t cos 2t. Right? So this is a very important example. Always apply this e term lastly. So firstly we will begin with this, that is cos 2t. Let us find the Laplace of cos 2t. What will be it? S upon s square plus 4. Fine. And name this as f of s. Now let us apply this t over it. So Laplace of t cos 2t, right? Let us find that first. So it will be equal to what? Minus d by ds of f of s. That is, we have to do the derivative of this one time. Firstly, keep this minus as it is and do the derivative of f of s. So here again we have to apply u by v rule. So s square plus 4 whole square will come. Again this s square plus 4 will remain constant. Derivative of s is 1. Now keep this as constant, derivative of this will be 2s. Just simplify this firstly. So we will keep this minus as it is. So now we will have 4 will come as it is, s square minus this is what? 2s square, right? So we will finally have s square upon s square plus 4 whole square. Take this minus inside, so you will have s square minus 4 upon s square plus 4 whole square. Now only one term is remaining that we have to apply now. That is, we have to apply e raised to 4t. So Laplace of e raised to 4t t cos 2t. So whenever you have e, we have to apply first shifting theorem. That is, we have to replace s by what? S minus a. And the value of a is what? 4. So we have to replace s by s minus 4. This is our answer. In this, just replace s by s minus 4. Right? So you will get your answer as s minus 4 whole square minus 4 upon s minus 4 whole square plus 4 and whole square. Right? So this is our final answer of our given example. Right? So I hope you have understood both the topics. Thank you for watching.